Underground experiment: how I managed to escape the horrors of the laboratory. Hey there, fellow night owls. Have you ever wondered what goes on while you're sound asleep? Well, let me tell you a bone-chilling tale that will make you think twice about drifting off into dreamland. Picture this: you find yourself trapped in an underground laboratory, surrounded by unspeakable horrors. It's like a scene straight out of a horror movie, except this nightmare is all too real. This is the story of how I managed to escape the clutches of an eerie experiment that still haunts my dreams to this day. It all began on a moonless night when I was strolling through a desolate alley. The wind howled, sending shivers down my spine. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, beckoning me with a bony finger. Against my better judgment, I followed, curiosity getting the best of me. Little did I know that this decision would lead me down a path of unimaginable terror. As we descended deeper into the abyss, the temperature dropped, and an overwhelming stench of decay filled the air. The walls were damp, and the flickering lights only added to the sense of unease that crept over me. Soon, we arrived at a heavy metal door, covered in rust and mystery. The figure, now revealed as a mad scientist, cackled with a twisted delight as he swung open the door, revealing a labyrinthine laboratory. Inside, I was greeted by a grotesque sight. Cages lined the walls, their inhabitants mere shadows of what they once were. Strange creatures lurked in the corners, their eyes glinting with a hunger that chilled me to the bone. The scientist explained that he was conducting an experiment to unlock the secrets of the human mind, using unsuspecting victims like myself as his test subjects. Paranoia gripped me as I realized the true horror of my situation. The scientist had turned this underground laboratory into his personal playground of nightmares. He subjected his victims to twisted experiments, pushing the boundaries of sanity and morality. I knew I had to escape, but the question was how? Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months as I desperately searched for a way out. Every corner I turned, every door I opened, seemed to lead me deeper into the labyrinth. The scientist's sadistic laughter echoed through the halls, a constant reminder of the torment that awaited those who dared to challenge his authority. But then, one fateful night, I stumbled upon a hidden passage. It was like a glimmer of hope in a sea of darkness. Pushing aside the fear that threatened to consume me, I cautiously followed the passage, praying it would lead me to freedom. The air grew thinner, and the walls closed in, as if the very labyrinth itself was fighting to keep me trapped. Finally, I emerged into the cool night air, gasping for breath as the weight of the laboratory lifted from my shoulders. I had escaped the clutches of the mad scientist and his deranged experiment. As I looked back at that forsaken place, I couldn't help but wonder how many others were still trapped in its nightmarish depths. So, my fellow insomniacs, the next time you find yourself struggling to fall asleep, remember this cautionary tale. The world is a strange and mysterious place, and there are horrors lurking in the shadows that we can't even begin to comprehend. Stay vigilant, for you never know when you might find yourself caught in the clutches of an underground experiment, just like I did. And as for me, well, let's just say that sleep no longer comes easily. The nightmares still haunt me, a constant reminder of the horrors I witnessed. But I've learned to embrace the darkness and face my fears head-on. After all, sometimes it's the things that go bump in the night that teach us the most valuable lessons. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll try to catch a few hours of sleep. But remember, dear reader, be careful what you dream of, for you never know when your nightmares might become a chilling reality.